Hello, we are back for another session on advertising and its various aspects. The expert who has prepared this lesson today is Simrat Gulati, who has many years of experience in advertising and has been teaching this subject for 23 years. And I am Garima Surana. We see so many kinds of ads and each seems so different from the other. Ads seem to have different purposes and seem to be doing different things. We see ads. Some are with visuals and pictures and others are only written material. Some have a story in it and others are very direct and to the point. Some ads we get to see in a variety of media and some are seen only at very specific places. Some ads seem to be selling a brand while others seem to be talking very generally about a company or an organization. Some seem to be just building an image or talking generally about something without details or benefits listed. There are ads that take up issues affecting society and don't seem to be benefiting the sponsors of the ad but are only for general welfare and good of the society. It makes one wonder that is there any way of listing or identifying types of ads and knowing if there is some kind of method for putting them into an organized format? Also, there are various types of ads.
I am Sachin Tendulkar. This is my story. My coach used to put a 1 rupee coin on top of a stump. Whoever gets him out gets to take away the coin. All you are thinking of is smacking that ball. I've got 12 coins, as valuable as any medal I've received in my life. Whatever level you reach.
To understand this and to look into the whole issue, we need to look at the types of ads and the types of messages possible in an ad. The start point of this is to see the way ads are identified and categorized. One very simple way of categorizing ads is on the basis of the media they appear in. So we have print ads. Ads that appear in newspapers, magazines, journals and all have a written message are the print ads. They are information and facts based and carry a lot of faith and reliability of the viewer. Television commercials, TVCs. These are the filmed ads that appear on TV and are more visual based, though they have an audio track also. They are useful for showing a demonstration of how to use things or visuals of products or concepts and are also suitable for reminding through jingles, songs, tunes and popular faces.
ये तो होगा ही नहीं, मेरा सीरियल मिस होगा। देखते हैं, स्टार्ट। आप सीरियल की टेंशन मत लो। नए विम बार की एक्स्ट्रा नींबू शक्ति के आगे कोई चिकनाई 20 सेकंड से ज्यादा टिक ही नहीं सकती। वाह, चली गई। तो हम भी चले? कहाँ? सीरियल? अभी तो ऐड चल रहा है ना।
हर चिकनाई खत्म, लगे 20 सेकंड से कम।
Radio spots. These are the audio ads that come on radio channels and are used for reminding and recalling on the basis of sounds, music or slogans and words. They are usually the soundtrack of the TV ad.
शुक्रिया उन 44 लाख परिवारों का जिन्होंने LGACs को अपने घरों और दिलों में जगह दी।
Ad films. These are very similar to TVCs but maybe of a longer duration and are shown in movie halls and theatres along with films or movies. Poster or hoardings. As the name suggests, posters are put up on boards or walls and hoardings or billboards are on roads or highways. These have more bold visuals, less of written matter, and emphasize more on the brand name, logo, and contract details. Nowadays, these kind of messages appear on many different kinds of materials like balloons, books, tickets, and so are called out-of-home OOH ads, pamphlets, brochures, or flyers. These are printed messages on sheets of paper or booklets and are distributed individually. They are suitable for local advisors and issues related to a small geographical area. Internet ads or digital media ads. These are all the different kinds of ads that appear on the internet or through mobile phones, banners, link cursor ads, pop-ups are all examples of this kind of advertising. This is one simple method of categorizing the different types of ads, but we can see that ads are of different kind and in other ways also. So let's move further, and ads can be categorized on the way they are made and their message design and structure visually. So, ads that have visuals and pictures in them are called display ads, and the ones which come under specific headings or columns are called classified advertisements. Display advertisements usually are promoting a product or service that is general in nature and is talking to a wide set of people. It needs to attract the attention of the target audience and is usually fighting or competing with a lot of other messages. So in this clutter and overcrowding, it needs to use some method to get the attention and interest of the TA. It needs to be the most interesting and eye-catching of them all. For achieving this, it needs to use visuals, pictures, photos, and color. Any method of being different from all the others and standing out in the crowd. This is why they are called display advertisements, as they show or display or exhibit the product, brand, or idea and create a whole story for it. These advertisements use a lot of creativity and originality in their effort to catch the attention and convince the people. The other kind of advertisements that are seen, especially in the print medium, are the classified ads. As the name suggests, these advertisements come under specific topics or headings or columns. For example, to let for renting property, sale of cars or household goods, matrimonial or brides or grooms are seen very often in the print media. These messages are very short and crisp, and most importantly, they are to the point. No frills and stories. In fact, over the years, these ads have developed their own short forms and acronyms. BWF is Bride Wanted for in a matrimonial advertisement. 2012, 19,000, 2,50,000 in a car sales advertisement indicates that it's a 2012 year model which has done 19,000 kilometers mileage, and the expected price is rupees 2,50,000. The reason is that these advertisements come under specified headings and locations. Due to this, they have a focused and fixed readership. They are focused fully on the target audience and have 100% attention and concentration of the viewer of these ads. Any person who is interested in the topic reads and consults the column, and his total attention is there in the message. He or she is in a state of readiness or preparedness to absorb what is being said. So this message gets its work done faster and does not need to fight for attention. In such a situation, the message can be short, precise, and to the point, and it will still achieve its impact. That's the reason these advertisements are short and without visuals and frills. They are called classified advertisements. They are placed under categorized headings and are classified into various activities or interests. This kind of classification is seen in media other than print also. Advertisements are given at places where we are sure of getting the attention of the viewer, or along with programs that the viewer has interest in. For example, Messages for investments will come on a TV business news channel, or brands of sports-related items will advertise along with a sports event or on a sports channel. So we are able to focus on the suitable target audience by this kind of selection. The latest development that has taken place in the print media is the concept of display classified advertisements. What we see in the classified columns is a series of advertisements running one after other, more or less like continuous reading matter. This makes it difficult for advertisements to be recognized and read separately. Now, a solution to this problem is there. Each advertisement or message is highlighted with a bullet or star or a capital letter or bold font. The aim is to differentiate between one and the other ad. Each ad should stand out and not get lost amongst so many. Some ads have pictures or photos in them, or they use color, or are printed in reverse, that is, when the background is darker than the words. Gradually, what is happening is that these advertisements are getting the features of a display advertisement but are still appearing in a specified location under a heading. So now they have the features of both the display and the classified advertisements and thus are called display classifieds. Advertisements are further identified on the basis of the topic they deal with. The nature of the advertisement or its subject is what is used to list the type of advertisements. So we have the following kinds or types of advertisements. Consumer or product. Advertisements are the ones that deal with all kinds of consumer products, right from FMCGs to consumer durables. They sell brands, services and ideas. Advertisements for soaps, televisions, cars, clothes, mobile services are all consumer advertisements, and the list is long and endless. Corporate or institutional. Advertisements are the ones that are made for talking and promoting the image of a corporate house or a company. They are not selling anything in particular, but talk and promote the history, image and activities of the company. This would also include all the work the company does beyond its commercial activities. Industrial ads relate to selling products and services to industries and factories. So it would deal with things like machinery, technology and raw materials, all of which are used in manufacturing and production by another industry. These would appear in industry-specific magazines, journals and pamphlets. Their target would be other businesses and not individual consumers. Retail. Advertisements relate to selling and promoting shops, retail stores and chains of stores or supermarkets. Announcements of sales and discount by shops and stores would also be a part of this. National. Advertisements relate to the geographical coverage of the advertisement. Any message dealing with an all-India audience and suitably appearing in the media to cover more than 2 states would be a national advertisement. Local. Advertisements deal with issues and people in a small area, could be a town or village or even a small portion of a metropolitan city. So shops in a market, local exhibitions or even notices from the municipality or local government bodies would be considered as local advertisements. Regional. Advertisements would deal with products or issues related to a state or geographical region around it and would appear in a media suited to reach only that area and not beyond that. Trade or professional advertisements deal with specific professions and occupations. They cover issues and announcement relating to the particular needs of that specialty and would usually appear in media very specifically targeted at that trade or occupation. So it would be medical journals for doctors or trade magazines for IT professionals. Social or public service. Advertisements deal with messages relating to issues dealing with the welfare of the people. Examples of this would be anti-smoking, HIV and AIDS, cancer prevention, dowry, Swachh Bharat or environment and its protection. These issues require that the public be made aware of them, introduce the concept, and then be informed about the latest developments, also bring about a change in mindset or attitudes towards the concept. Appointment. Advertisements are the ones made for hiring people or offer jobs to people. These would include the post for which the person is applying, along with the required qualifications for the job and the remuneration or pay offered. These appear as a separate section of advertisements or as a special supplement in the media also. Financial advertisements deal with issues related to finance and investment. So all banking advertisements, investments and saving schemes and offers, balance sheets of companies, annual reports and performance reports are kinds of financial advertisements. Public announcements deal with messages and announcements for the general interest of the public. Births and deaths, obituaries, remembrances, train and plane schedules, traffic advisories, tax-related issues and other such issues that concern the public get included in this category. Tenders and notices are all the advertisements that deal with the topic of seeking quotations and contracts related to government and other departments. Legal notices and notices from the police about missing persons or wanted criminals are also included in this category. Property. Advertisements or real estate advertisements are special ones dealing with buying, selling and renting of residential or commercial property and projects. Cooperative advertisements are a special kind of an advertisement where two or more companies or brands combine to give a message which relates to all of them. The best example of this would be where we see shops or showrooms located in a mall or market jointly announcing a sale or discounts available in that mall or market. This would be another type of consumer advertisement only. At times, we see two brands coming together recommending each other, like a brand of washing machines recommending a particular washing powder suitable for using in their machine. So far, we've listed the types of ads based on who is advertising and for whom. So we have consumer ads or public announcements or retail ads. There is another way of looking at the types of ads, and in this kind of division is on the content of the ad and how the message is designed and what effect it will make. Going into the mind of the viewer, we see that the human mind can process information and handle messages in two ways: rational and logical interpretation processing and conclusions, or emotional processing and interpretation. So we can have different types of ads based on this method of categorizing also. Rational, logical and informative ads that give facts and figures and persuade and convince through reasoning. These are usually made for serious purchases and anything that is an important decision for the consumer. These kind of ads have the following formats. Comparative ads. Here are two brands or two situations are compared with or without naming the competition, and the superiority of one over the other is proved or concluded. So whether it is two soft drinks or two competing cars or washing powders, the comparison is shown in their feature or performance, and the viewer is told how one is better than the other. Refutation'el ads. This is another way where one brand opposes or refutes the claim made by the competition and argues or proves the claims of the other as incorrect. Importantly, the whole process is based totally on facts, so the method is rational and logical. Messages claiming that a brand has made the other brand change, or a brand saying we may be more expensive but we perform better, are examples of this refutational approach.
एक मिनट, इसमें कम से कम 1 करोड़ वायरस कीटाणु होंगे. इसे प्यूरिफाई करके. सर, ये कुछ ज्यादा नहीं होगा सर? आप
वायरस सर?
बिग कंपनी।
सॉरी सर, आज मेरा फास्ट है। लाइए, मुझे दीजिए। प्योरेट 1 लीटर पानी में 1 करोड़ वायरस निकाले और दे उबले पानी जितना सुरक्षित पानी।
Inoculative ads. This is the third kind of logical approach where the ad addresses the mindset of the consumer, where we know that the consumer will have objection to the idea or will oppose the thought. We try to inoculate him or her against the negative conclusion. We prevent the consumer from closing his mind to the idea, but rather we develop his resistance to blocking his mind. This is just the way all immunization for diseases works. So we also use the same method to get the consumer's mind to build resistance to opposing the idea. Good example of these kinds of ads are the ones which encourage people to use CFL or LED bulbs instead of the normal ones. These bulbs are many times more expensive than the normal ones, so are not easily acceptable to the consumer. So the ad advises them to change over to these bulbs one at a time instead of all of them together, and not to close their mind to this concept totally. The emotional processing, as the name suggests, is all on the basis of emotions and feelings. Whether it is logical or not does not matter. The response is created emotionally. The arousal and reaction is based on emotions. These are more suitable for creating an image of the product or brand for decisions that are less important for the buyer and are lightly, or also for things that are bought frequently, so the decisions are taken at a more casual level. We have a wide range of emotions that are used. Humor and imagination. This is used very often for getting the viewer to remember and recall the message or brand. The nonsensical or crazy message does make an impact on the mind, and the message breaks the clutter of so many others. It also includes showing situations that are impossible in real life, like the fish sticking to a stick or the bindi that does not wash off.
नया सेंटर शॉक च्युइंग गम.
Romance. This of course shows love, affection and wooing between couples, and right from soaps to shampoos or even soft drinks use this in their ads.
हम सभी में कुछ बात है, हम सभी में बात है, खास है, असली स्वाद जिंदगी का.
Fear. Creating a fear or scare also persuades people. The fear could be in terms of horror, like showing germs as monsters, or it could be in terms of what could happen to your life if you don't plan your investments or insurance. Another kind of fear is created by showing skin trouble or gum trouble or pain if the right brand is not used.
बिल्कुल काले भूत जैसे, लेकिन पेप्सोडेंट सिर्फ 2 मिनट में कीटाणुओं को कर सकता है फिनिश. इसलिए कीटाणु पेप्सोडेंट से बहुत डरते हैं.
95% तक कीटाणुओं का सफाया सिर्फ 2 मिनट में.
Family or affection. This kind of emotion is to do with showing family situations and get-togethers or celebrations, and how all the members are enjoying along with the brand.
सन, मून, दुनिया सब राउंड है ना पापा?
लेकिन ये रूम तो स्क्वायर है.
अगर राउंड होता तो
शैतान कॉर्नर में पनिश नहीं होता. और अगर तुम्हारा सनफीस्ट टीपी राउंड न होता तो
मुझे लंबे लंबे नूडल्स नहीं मिलते.
नया सनफीस्ट ये.
Sex. This is a bit different from romance. Here are more basic physical attraction and excitement is portrayed between the opposite genders. Deodorants, clothes, perfumes or even soft drinks use this. There are some more kinds of ads which we can't put into any category but are rather based on a way or technique of advertising. One kind is what we are called teaser ads. Here the message is left incomplete or is given in parts. Purposely, the entire communication is not revealed. The aim is to maintain the interest and curiosity of the viewer, so by giving an incomplete message, the viewer is kept engaged in the communication. He or she wants to know what's next. So, we'll follow the next ad or wait for it eagerly. This kind of a format is usually used when something new is being launched or we want to keep the interest alive or any issue or topic. Promos of films or TV serials or launch of a new brand or a new flavor or model are the situations when teaser ads are used.
In all the romance,
yeah, I know it's a risk, but what marriage isn't a risk?
Of a monsoon wedding.
Another kind of advertising is what we call surrogate advertising. As per the law of the land, some products are not allowed to be advertised. There is a ban on advertising them. Like in India, we can't advertise alcohol or tobacco and tobacco-related products. In such cases, the marketers have devised a method to evade or circumvent this law. The ads are made to communicate about related products like glasses having the same name as that of the liquor brand or music CDs in the name of a liquor brand. Though, ostensibly, they are not advertising the liquor, but the ad does remind about the brand and creates recall and a definite connect with the brand. This is surrogate advertising or piggyback riding on another product or brand. Another kind of advertisement seen in the print media is what is called an advertorial. It is a content and information-based ad and appears like a journalistic piece or article. It reads like a piece of news or a write-up, but is usually a paid article. So that's why it is an advertorial, ad plus editorial. Many educational institutes or medical treatments promote themselves this way in magazines and newspapers. A similar concept that is used on TV is that of an infomercial. It's a full half-hour program made for introducing and promoting a product or brand. It appears to be a news and recommendation-based communication, but is actually a commercial message with an information base minus information plus commercial is equals to infomercial. TV programs promoting Ayurvedic oils or language CDs are examples of this. From our discussion today, we can see that ads are of many different kinds and we can put them into different categories using different methods or criteria. From our session on advertising today, we see that the categorization of advertising can be in various ways or types of advertising are of different kinds. The first is on the basis of the mass media they appear in, so it could be a print or a television ad. Another based on the visual copy of the ad, so display or classified ads. Another on the different types of advertisers and the purpose of the content, so consumer or PSA or retail advertising. Another on the nature of the message, so rational or emotional kind of advertising. And lastly, some special cases of ads like surrogate or teaser ads. Whatever be the criteria or the basis, we see that in this world of advertising, there is a lot of variety and ads serve different purposes and have different roles to perform. We will be looking into these roles and applications in one of our future lessons. That is all for today. Hope you enjoyed and found it useful. Goodbye.